8th day of the second regular session of the 22nd Congress will now come to order. May we all bow our heads for a moment of silent prayer. Roll call, Chief Clerk.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figuer, Senator
Yes.
Colan,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper, Senator Conman, Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Neth, Senator Palag,
Yes.
Senator Berman, Senator Romalo,
Aye.
Senator Uruzmal, Senator Wali,
Yes.
Speaker Semina.
Yes,
Mr. Speaker, 10 members are present.
we do have a quorum to transact business this morning. Okay, next item, reading of the journal for Leader Harbert.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning to you and all honorable members. My greeting of the day to all of you. I move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that we dispense with the reading of the journal. Those in favor say aye. Opposed,
Aye.
nay. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item 5. That's presidential communications. We have numbers 22-113 to 22-116.
Okay, assign those, Chief Clerk. Next item.
Some Supreme Court communications. Item 6, none, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 7, member communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. Item 8, departmental communications, none. Item number 9, agency or governmental authority communications. We are in receipt of one and it's number 22-09.
Okay, assign that, Chief Clerk. Chairman Cullen, in light of the ongoing contest between our two entities, take a look at that request. Next item.
Item 10, state communications, none at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none also. Item 12, municipal or town communications, none. Item number 13, foreign government communications, none, Mr. Speaker. And item number 14, miscellaneous communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, we're on our order of the day. Item 15, standing committee reports. Chief Clerk, do we have any?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have an awaiting list number 22-11 for standing committee reports, awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Okay, short recess to call the chair. Congress is back in session. We're still on the standing committee report calendar. Chairman Romano.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning to you. Motion to withdraw Standing Committee Report 22-19 and place it on today's agenda.
Second. It's been moved and seconded that Standing Committee Report number 22-19 be placed on the Standing Committee Report calendar for action. Floor Leader Harbor, any motion to suspend? Floor Leader Harbor. Sure, Regis. Conference is back in session. Floor Leader Harbor, make your motion to suspend the rules.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our action on the report, particularly the rule that requires 24-hour awaiting period.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the relevant rules, specifically the rules requiring a 24-hour waiting period for Standing Committee Report, be suspended. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay.
Aye.
Carried. The relevant rules are now suspended. Okay, let's vote on the main motion. Those in favor of the motion to place Standing Committee Report 22-19 on the Standing Committee Report calendar say aye.
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 Motion carried. That motion is adopted. Standing Committee Report 22-19 is now placed on the Standing Committee Report calendar. Okay, read the report title, or what is it about, Chief Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The first report that has been placed under the Standing Committee Reports calendar is Standing Committee Report number 22-19 regarding the FY 2022 budget for the Committee on JNGO for adoption.
Okay, Chairman Romulo.
I'll move for the adoption.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 22-19. Discussion. Any discussion on the report? If none, there is no objection. Debate is closed, so we'll vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 22-19, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 22-19 is adopted by Congress. Okay, Vice Chairman Palik. Oh, I mean, Chairman Wally. My apology. Chairman Wally.
Yes, move to withdraw and place. Is it 2022-20?
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
that's
so
your.
I move to withdraw. Yeah, I move to withdraw and place Standing Committee Report 22-20 and place it on today's calendar for action.
Second.
That's been moved and seconded that Standing Committee Report number 22-20 be placed on the Standing Committee Report calendar for action. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point, so let's vote. Those in favor of the motion to place Standing Committee Report 22-20 on the Standing Committee Reports calendar, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 22-20 is now placed on the Standing Committee Report calendar for action. Chairman Wale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for its adoption.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Standing Committee Report number 22-20 be adopted by Congress. Chief Clerk, what is it about?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the next report under the Standing Committee Reports calendar is Standing Committee Report number 22-20 regarding Presidential Communication number 21-533 on the FY 22 budget from the External Affairs Committee for adoption.
Any discussion? Any discussion on the report? If none, and if there is no objection, discussion is closed. We will vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 22-20, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 22-20 is adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have more reports under the awaiting list number 22-11.
Okay, we're still on the awaiting list. If there is no further business under that item, please continue reviewing the awaiting list 22-11. Okay, next item, Chief Clerk.
Item number 16, Special Committee Reports, none at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, next item.
Item 17 for assignment of measures and communications, please refer to referral sheet number 22-26.
Okay, Chairman and members of the committees, review that for your planning purposes. Next item.
Unfinished business for item number 18, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, we're now on the bill calendar. First bill.
The first bill under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 22-70 for second and final reading. CB number 22-70 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 20-155 as amended by Public Laws numbers 20-177, 20-188, 21-61, 21-88, 21-119, 21-150, and 22-08 by amending Section 6 thereof for the purpose of changing the lapse date of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Yap, Koshai, Pohnpei, and Chuk states and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 22-70. Okay, any discussion? Any discussion?
Speaker.
Chairman Berman, you have to vote.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I have a floor amendment to the said bill by Senator Dion G. Net. I believe it's been printed, copies been made, and it even uploaded on our portable. So I am so moved for its adoption.
It has been
Again.
moved and seconded that the offer for amendment to CP 22-70 by Senator Net be adopted. Because of its length, we will dispense with its reading. Floor Leader Arbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to suspend the rule that requires or prohibit the substantive amendment on second and final reading.
Okay, any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the relevant rules, specifically the rules prohibiting substantive amendments on second and final reading, be suspended. Okay, those in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. The relevant rules are now suspended. Okay, we have that offer for amendment for discussion. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, if there's no objection, discussion is closed. We will vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the offer for amendment to CP 22-70 offered by Senator Net, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. The offered for amendments by Senator Net are adopted. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CD1? If none, Then we will vote by roll call of delegations. Chairman Cullen, you will cast the vote, or Chairman Romulo, I'm sorry, Chairman Romulo, you're there, Vice Chairman of the troop delegation. You will cast the vote for troop. Okay. Chief Clerk,
State of Chuuk, Chairman Romulo.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Furman. State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Urusmal. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
for that reason, CP number 22-70 CD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
The next bill under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 22-73 for second and final reading. CB number 22-73 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 21-157 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-179, 21-216, and 22-17 by amending Section 6 thereof for the purpose of changing the allotee of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CP number 22-73. Discussion. The discussion? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. We will vote by roll call of the delegations. Chief Clerk,
For the state of Chuuk, Senator Romulo.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Berman. State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Rusamal. Chairman Urusmal. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
okay, CP number 22-73 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
The next bill under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 22-74 for second and final reading. CB number 22-74 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law number 22-37 by amending Section 4 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotee of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second, it has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CP number 22-74. Discussion. Any discussion?
Question.
Chairman. Yes, Florida Harbor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. I have a floor written amendment. I think it's already duplicated and distributed among members, and I move for its adoption.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded that the offered for amendment to CP 22-74 offered by Florida Harbor be adopted. Because of its length, we will dispense with its reading. Discussion on the offer for amendment. Any discussion? If none, and if there is no objection, discussion is closed. We will vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the offer for amendment to CP 22-74 offered by Florida Harbor, say aye. Opposed, nay.
Aye.
Motion carried. The offer for amendments by Florida Harbor is adopted. We now have CT1. Okay. Any further discussion on CT1? Vice Chairman Christian, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also have an amendment on the same bill, 2274 CD1. I so move for its adoption.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the offer for amendment to CP 22-74 CT1 offered by Vice Chairman Christian be adopted. Because of its length, we will dispense with its reading. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. So discussion on the offer for amendment by Vice Chairman Christian. Any discussion? If none, now debate is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of the offer for amendment to CP number 22-7461, offered by Vice Chairman Christian, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The offer for amendment by Vice Chairman Christian are adopted. We now have CT2. Any further discussion on CP 22-74 CT2? Any discussion? If none, and if there is no objection, discussion is closed. We will vote by roll call of delegations. Clifford?
For the state of Chuk, Senator Romalo.
Hey, bye.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman. State of Kushai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Urusamal.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
Okay, for that reason, CP number 22-74 CT2 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
As of now, we do not have any more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Vice Chairman Christian,
first, may I rise on a point of privilege?
proceed.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, there are many things that I dislike doing as member of your Congress, but there are times that I do things even against my better judgment because I feel that it needs to be done. As you know, this Congress had approved for Pohnpei State the sum of $350,000 to purchase a vessel, small vessel for service in Pohnpei State. That money appears to have been stuck and would never be used by the executive to purchase the vessel. In other words, there is no intention on the part of the executive branch to implement the mandate of the law for $350,000 to purchase a small vessel for Pohnpei State. For whatever reasons there are that exist in the executive, I don't know about and do not want to question. All I know is that that money would expire with the fiscal year. I would like at this time, Mr. Speaker, going from my point of privilege, to move that Congress Bill 22-82 be withdrawn be placed on the calendar for action.
Second.
Okay,
Mr.
any,
Speaker, may I short recess?
Short recess subject to call of the chair.
It's not.
Congress is back in session. Vice Chairman Christian. Vice Chairman Christian, can you just withdraw your motion?
Mr. Speaker, I withdraw my motion.
Second.
Okay, if there is no objection, the motion to place 22-82 is withdrawn. Okay, next bill.
None, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, if there's no further business under the bill calendar, we go on to the resolution calendar. Any resolution, Chief Clerk?
None, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, next item. Introduction of bills and resolutions. If you have any measures to introduce, pass them on to Chief Clerk. Okay, we're on miscellaneous business. Any miscellaneous business by members?
Speaker,
For Leader Harbor?
yes, I have a minor miscellaneous business, but I would extend my apology if I may sound very stupid on this matter because I'm not too familiar with the operation of a few of our agencies. There was this request from our access, what do you call that? Access open entity. They were looking for supplemental budget and they were mentioning something about our FSM Telecom not paying them what the telecom owed them. And I don't have any great objection to what they're communicating to us, but it looks like this AOE is sucking blood from everybody, sucking blood from FSM Telecom, sucking blood from FSM Congress or national government. I thought this open entity was created to be autonomous and independent. It should operate by itself with its own money and revenues. But now it looks like it's only depending on our national government and telecom to keep, paying them what they bill them. So in this regard, I kind of think that we really need to see whether we should abolish this animal. It's just sucking blood out of everybody. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Maybe,
Florida
Speaker,
Harbor.
we create another task force to oversee the OAE and telecom and TRA. I mean, we created expenses for ourselves where expenses needed not be created. I don't understand, but all of this is because of the World Bank money that insisted that the FSM open its market. The FSM already opened its market. Whoever wants to come in may come in, but they have to bring their own hardware. They have to come and rent from our telecom, their line, which they paid for and brought through a loan and brought to Micronesia. I don't expect OAE to go out and solicit foreign businesses to come and enjoy the benefits of what our telecom had brought to us. I don't know, when I was somewhere else, we agreed that OAE will come to be, but will remain a sort of dormant. But now I see them actively going out and finding competition for the existing telecom corporation.
Okay, yes, thank you very much, Vice Chairman Christian and Florida Harbor for your miscellaneous business. Yes, the current state of affairs in our telecommunication sector is that our two entities are suing each other. So I hope we can try to distance or make ourselves neutral in the matter, in the sense that you don't want to show to be an advocate for either one, because both of them are our creators. We created both of them. And we need to make sure that we are in a neutral position until and unless the case is resolved one way or the other. We will have to be more, at least a bit patient. But there are issues, surrounding issues like this request for supplemental. We're no longer in the business of supplemental. We're at the end of the fiscal year. So I believe maybe the supplemental is a request for the FY 22. But that is a policy decision for us if we want to help them out or not. I will leave that to the appropriate committees.
Speaker.
What they want to do. Okay, so yes, Chairman Colon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know there is a request on the 623,000. These requests, it came because of the claim that OAE claiming that FSMDC didn't pay their share on the service. So I don't think this is an urgent request. We have to, even though we pass this budget, we can consider this one after the budget. Your committee is planning to call the oversight after the budget session. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Colon. That's good. It's true. What they're requesting is very much related to the current claims. So what we're going to do is see what we can do in a way that doesn't reflect that Congress is advocating one way or the other. But it's their operation. So we need to be careful because we could, ended up assisting them in such a way that would mean different or be interpreted differently from different parties. Okay, yes, Chairman Ursimo, you have the floor.
Can we have a short recess?
Short recess, subject to the chair. So Congress is back in session. We're still in our miscellaneous business. If no further.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Congress stand in recess until 11 o'clock Pohnpei time, Wednesday.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until,
Speaker,
okay,
Speaker,
uh,
Speaker.
so short recess to the call of the chair. Congress is back in session. There is that motion that Congress stand in recess until 11 o'clock Pohnpei time and 10 o'clock Chuk time. Okay, those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Those nay. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until 10 o'clock Chuk time, 11 o'clock Pohnpei time this Wednesday.
Speaker,